everyone, it's Mike with It's Pittsfield Tonight. I am here with our Pittsfield at-large city councilor, Earl Persip.
How are you?
Earl, thanks for taking the time today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So this is the first time I've had you in the new studio.
Yeah, it's really nice in here. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it sucks when we have to shut the air off the film, though.
On a hot day, yes.
So, anyway, it's been a while since you've been on, and it is a campaign year for you. You're running for re-election.
That's what they tell me, yep.
So how's that going?
So far, so good. It's been slow for me. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old at home, so they take up a lot of my time. We'll probably kick things off starting in August. We'll start, walking doors and, getting signs out and all that stuff. So
it's just starting to...
For me, yes, just because of my busy schedule. I'm doing the Wacona Park thing, the kids, the job, the full-time job. So for me, we'll kick off August 1st. We go on vacation later this week, and then when I come back from that, we're full gear.
Okay.
Yep.
And I definitely hope to have you back for some debates later on.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so that being said, I was waiting, and I'm sure you were too, to see other names who was going to get certified to run at large. We do have a few uncontested races, and I thought at one point it was going to be that way for the at-large seats too. It was
only 3 or 4 of us at one point, and then it just kicked off. You got a couple people, one person trying to return, Kathy Musso, and then a couple people jumped in after that. So we have a race. I think there's 6 or 7 of us now.
Yeah. So now it actually, that'll be good, because some of the wards I thought, well, what are we going to do?
No, I think there should be a race in as much ward races as possible if we can get people to run. I like the challenge of running against people. I don't want to be uncontested. I want them to challenge me for my process, because I'm not always right? And I think debates can really stir conversation and get people thinking in a different direction.
What do you think the reluctancy is in people running now? It seems like it's less and less every election.
I think politics is tough. I think the national stage has really turned people off. I would say that is number one, and some of that national stage kind of antics leak over into local politics.
Yeah, you do have some of that National Enquirer style.
Yeah. So I think that leaks into people. You got to have a thick skin. People are going to say nasty things. People are going to do nasty, it's what people say. And for me, I have always said it doesn't really bother me what people say. It's my loved ones that it bothers more, that hurts them, because they love me and they want to support me. But you have to have a thick skin, and I think you got to have the time. It's a very time-consuming. Some weeks you might not get any phone calls. Some weeks your phone won't stop ringing. So
do you feel like
it's another full-time job almost?
Minus any of the negativity, do you feel you've been able to accomplish some things, though?
Yeah, I think bringing a reasonable voice to the council and getting some things done. I think most councilors would say the things they don't accomplish aren't in chambers. It's helping people when they call up and they have a problem and they need their road paved, they have a backup, who to call in what department. Those are the things you can get done outside of City Hall are the things that keep you going. Those are the positive things, the positive feedback you hear. So those are the things that keep me going, and it keeps it positive. Sometimes when you leave a council meeting, you're like, whew, what am I doing?
Especially lately, there's been some definitely interesting, entertaining, I should say.
Yeah, there's there's 11 different people up there, very different people, and you're going to get 11 personalities, and they're going to shine sometimes.
Oh, and they do?
They do. So, and I would say, I think everyone up there, and I've said this before, actually cares and thinks they're doing the right thing. Now, I may disagree with them, but I think they think they have good intentions. So I try to be, as much as I may go back and forth with them at the chambers, I try to, after the meeting, to have a conversation about why I may disagree and try to get input on what they're thinking. I try to do that. Sometimes people aren't so receptive right after the meeting, but try to reach out afterwards.
The political feuds we've had at times, I feel like this year especially is an opportunity for that to fade away a little bit.
I'm hoping. I think that old school kind of this side versus that side may be disappearing. I'm hoping. I think maybe, some people may say, because I'm friendly with some people here, that I'm on one side or the other, is a lot of the naysayers just don't understand a lot of things and understand how kind of politics works, and also how ordinance and rules really work. And So when people don't understand, they just assume something shady is going on. And listen, those people are just, they think they know what they're talking about, and they always don't, and sometimes they do. Sometimes they are right? Like sometimes things happen.
If your council and you sit in City Hall is not working together, at least a majority, then nothing is going to get done.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Exactly.
Anybody can go in. I guess what my observation is, in recent years, we've seen people taking this platform of almost like a social advocate and wanting to bring that to a council seat, which is not the position or the job of a counselor. It seems like we're getting a lot of, because you saw it on a national level. So now you have people that have these ideas socially about where we're heading as a city. And I think when you take that mentality and you bring it to the city council, that can disrupt things, because
I think for me, I go into it as like I have an opinion and a view, and I try to listen to my fellow councilors, and I'm willing to negotiate and give a little, take a little, to get the best product. I think as a group, if we work together, that's when we get the best product. I said this before and I always say it, I'm not 100% right all the time, right? I see the world through these eyes, not someone else's eyes. So if they can bring a perspective for me and help me understand that, that's how we get the best product, whatever we're working on that night. So that's how I see it.
Absolutely. And I think if we can eliminate in our politics the name calling, the going after people in that way, you can get more people wanting to run for office, more people volunteering. Yeah. When you see that negativity, it's funny, you'll hear some people say, I don't know why the apathy is so bad, just because all these people are wrong about everything. It's like, you can't have it both ways. You have to accept that everyone's going to have an opinion and be happy that people are engaged.
Yeah, I think the name calling can be out. Like, it's tough. It's tough when there's name calling and things. And, when people really don't have a good opinion or a good solution, they start name calling, because that gets views and things, and they feel like they're getting.
Oh, I've heard it from my clothing to my hats. They used to. I've heard that somebody was going to have a hat burning party because of the hats I used to wear. And it's always these guys who are going after how I dress and.
If you have enough time to comment on social media on all the posts, you might want to get a hobby.
Yeah.
That's my suggestion.
Or I feel bad that somebody would be that angry.
Yeah.
So going into the, campaign season, and we'll get back to that. Is there anything you have planned? Anything that will be upcoming that, an official kickoff or anything that you can?
I'm thinking about doing, I'm going to decide this week if I'm going to do a kickoff. My first election, I raised enough funds to kind of get me through these last few years. I'll be going through my signs next weekend. If I don't need signs, I don't know if I'll do a kickoff. I don't want to just raise money just to raise money. I will raise money to if the campaign actually needs it. So we'll look at all that this week. I might do a kickoff fundraiser thing, but right now it's a no for that.
Okay.
We might change our mind with that.
But once it gets going.
Yeah, so we evaluate everything. We'll see if I have to. Signs are the biggest cost. Those things end up being $4 or $5. So.
And I'm sure those probably went up a little bit too.
I'm sure I haven't got them for a few years. So probably $6, $7 now.
That's why Peter's still using the green and white. There's layers of stickers on
exactly.
those. Well, Earl, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to do this. It was good just to have a conversation and have you in the studio for the first time. And I'm definitely looking forward to having you back so we can get into some of the issues.
Yep.
Because, people are going to say this and say, I didn't ask you any hard questions. So I am going to ask you one really tough question.
Okay.
What is your favorite color?
I guess I'm going to go blue.
I knew it. Steve told you.
Blue, I guess. Blue or black? I like black too, but blue. I'm going to go blue.
Well, there we go. It's blue. And that's going to put a lot of minds at ease right now. But thank you again, Earl, really, for taking the time. And we'll have you back, and we're going to get some debates going. Perfect. And we're going to, if we can, I might even do some town halls here, too, where business owners or people can ask some questions, concerns they have, and hopefully get the number of voters up this year.
Yeah, we all should take part in that and make sure, because I think we need to get more people to the ballot.
And your campaign Facebook page is going and up?
My campaign Persip for Pittsfield on Facebook. Yes, it has been up. It's been up active forever. It's where I kind of post everything from there.
So to all you Earl supporters, he's up and going on Facebook. August kicks off his campaign officially, and he'll be back on the show soon. Earl, thanks again.
Thank you.
And I'll catch you all soon.